I want to be upfront with you about something before we get into this. I upload a video every other day, consistently, without fail. And if you told me 6 months ago I would be doing that, I would have laughed. Because 6 months ago, I was the guy who watched one motivational video, felt completely fired up, opened my laptop and started, hard, for about 4 days. And then life happened. The energy disappeared, the excitement wore off, and I stopped. Just like every other time I had started. Sound familiar? Here is what I did not understand back then, and what I want to give you today. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. You cannot build a consistent life on something that disappears the moment you are tired, stressed, or just not feeling it. Discipline is different. Discipline does not care how you feel. It shows up anyway. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Discipline is not something you either have or you do not. It's something you build, slowly, with specific habits. I found 4 of them, and they changed everything for me. I'm going to walk you through all 4 today, with real examples you can actually use. And I promise, by the time we get to habit 4, you'll look at discipline completely differently. Let's go. Before the habits, let me explain why motivation keeps failing you, because understanding this changed everything for me. Motivation works like a phone battery. You watch an inspiring video, you're at 100%. You feel unstoppable. You start immediately. Everything feels possible. But motivation drains just like a battery does. Life puts demands on it. A bad day at work, poor sleep, one missed workout, and suddenly you're at 20%, then 10%, then 0. And when the battery dies, most people stop. They wait to feel motivated again. They search for another video, another quote, another Monday to restart. But here's the truth. The people who are actually consistent aren't running on motivation. They're running on systems. A system does not need you to feel good to work. Your alarm goes off, you get up. Not because you want to, because that's what you do now. That shift from waiting to feel ready to building a system that doesn't need you to feel ready, that's the entire game. And it starts with habit 1. Habit 1. And this one is going to sound too easy. That's exactly why most people skip it. Make your habit embarrassingly small. When I first tried to be consistent with this channel, I told myself I was going to film, edit, and upload an entire video every single day. Full production, no excuses. That lasted 3 days. Then I changed the rule. My only job every day was to open my notes app and write 1 sentence about a video idea. That's it, 1 sentence. And here's what happened. Most days I wrote 1 sentence and then kept going because starting is always the hardest part. Once I was in, I was in. This is called the 2-minute rule, and it works because your brain does not resist small things the way it resists big ones. Want to work out consistently? Don't commit to an hour at the gym. Commit to putting on your workout clothes. That's the whole habit, just the clothes. Want to read more? Don't commit to 30 pages. Commit to opening the book. 1 page counts. Done. The size of the action doesn't matter in the beginning. The repetition does. Because what you're really building is not the habit itself. You're building the identity of someone who shows up every day, no matter what. And that identity, once it's locked in, changes everything. Habit 2, and this one is the one I wish someone had told me first. Never miss twice. Missing once is human. Missing twice is the start of a new habit, the habit of quitting. Here's how it used to go for me. I would skip filming one day, something came up, fine. But then the next day I would think, well, I already broke the streak, what's the point? And I would skip again, and suddenly 2 weeks had passed. That gap between miss 1 and miss 2, that's where discipline goes to die. The rule is simple. You're allowed to miss a day. Life happens. You get sick, something goes wrong, that's okay. But the next day, non-negotiable. You show up, no matter how small, even if it's terrible, even if it's 5 minutes. Think about brushing your teeth. You've probably missed a night here and there. Maybe you were exhausted and just fell asleep, but you never missed 2 nights in a row because that would feel genuinely wrong to you. That's the level of identity you're building toward with your discipline habit. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is a choice. Make the rule, never miss twice, and watch how differently you recover from bad days. Habit 3, and this one is backed by actual science. Remove the decision. Every time you have to decide whether to do something, you give yourself a chance to say no. Should I work out today? Maybe later. Should I film today? I'm not feeling it. Should I study today? Let me check social media first. The decision is where discipline breaks down, not in the doing, in the deciding. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. Your brain has a limited amount of decision-making energy every day, and every small choice you make drains it. By the time evening comes, your willpower is basically gone, which is why you make your worst choices at night. The solution: automate the decision before it happens. I don't decide whether to write content ideas every day. I have a non-negotiable rule. 8 a.m., Notes app, 10 minutes. No decision needed. It just happens. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, calls this implementation intention. Instead of, I will work out, you say, I will work out at 6 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the gym on Main Street. Specific, locked in. No room for negotiation. Here's a simple way to apply this today. Pick one habit you want to build. Give it a specific time, a specific place. Write it down. Not, I will read more, but I will read from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. in bed every night. You just removed the decision. Now discipline gets dramatically easier. Habit 4, the one that ties everything together. Protect your environment. Here's something most people never consider. Discipline is not just an internal battle. It's heavily influenced by what's around you. You can't consistently make good choices in a bad environment, and you don't need superhuman willpower if your environment is set up right. Let me give you the most relatable example I can come up with. If there's chips in your kitchen, you'll eat the chips, not because you have no self-control, but because willpower runs out, and the chips are just there. Remove the chips. Problem solved. No willpower needed. The same logic applies to every habit. Want to use your phone less in the morning? Put it in another room before you go to sleep. Not on silent, in another room. Now you have to physically get up and go get it. Most mornings, you won't bother. Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your workout clothes. Lay your shoes by the bed. Remove every possible friction between you and the habit. Want to film more consistently, like I had to figure out? Keep your camera set up and ready to go, never packed away. The moment you have to set up equipment is the moment excuses win. Your environment is either working for your discipline or against it. There's no neutral. Look around you right now. What's one thing in your environment that's making your hardest habit harder? Change that one thing this week, not eventually. All right, let me bring it all together. 6 months ago, I couldn't stay consistent for more than 4 days. Today, I show up every other day, not because I'm always motivated, but because I built systems that don't need me to be. 4 habits. That's the whole formula. 1. Make it embarrassingly small. Remove the size of the barrier to starting. 2. Never miss twice. One miss is human. Missing twice is the start of a new habit, the habit of quitting. 3. Remove the decision. Lock in the when and where before the moment comes. 4. Protect your environment. Set it up so the right choice is also the easy choice. None of this is complicated. None of it requires you to be a different person than you are right now. It just requires you to start small, today. Because discipline is not a personality trait you either have or you do not. It's a skill, and skills are built one small rep at a time. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these 4 habits, just one, and apply it to something in your life this week. Drop a comment and tell me which one you're starting with and what habit you're applying it to. I genuinely read every single one. And if this helped you even a little, Share it with one person who is still waiting to feel motivated enough to start. Tell them they don't need to feel ready. They just need to start. Small. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. For real.